Boys.
What's going on, gents?
Oh, I got something on my nose.
Fuck, you feel the fucking Empire State Building up there.
Yeah, you
I'm
could.
back. I'm back.
Oh, you're 80%,
I'm
bro.
80%. Please, apologies for the voice. Fillabong week just fucked me royally.
80%. Hey, Kurt, you ever turn my mic up just a tiny bit? Number one.
Just mine as well.
1, 2.
Mine-
Yeah, that's
mine
good.
Mine as well. Thanks, Kurt. Number 2.
Should have done this all before we.
Do you want us to restart?
No, it's fine. Don't stress.
All right.
Freaking out on us.
Just wanted to apologise for Monday as well, guys. My performance was so just a little bit more there, Curdy. Just a little bit more. What's he doing? What's he doing over there? Oh.
It was absolutely atrocious, mate.
Curdy, just the microphone, please. I don't
He
need-
wants it up a little
Yeah,
bit.
just up.
And
You
same
want it up a bit?
Same with
Yeah.
mine as well.
Yeah.
How high do you want it?
Yeah, that's good.
How high is
perfect.
the Chinese mountain?
How high do you want to go for a Filipino is the question.
Pretty fucking high, I reckon.
Pretty
P
high.
Shavs.
Pretty high. Yeah, so boys, well done for it actually was an alright pod in the end, but I think I said about 10 words.
Yeah, you said about 10 words.
No, I copped grief all week about it. So, but we're back. The home of Republica Benzina Stables. Thank you once again. Daniel, how you going?
Yeah, good. How you going?
I'm still rough.
Yeah,
but,
you're 80%.
I'm 80%, but
Sexy voice, but
yeah, I know. I kind of like it.
Yeah,
I'm
you could be on like a sex hotline.
maybe you do something with sexy.
Yeah.
yeah,
Shout out.
true.
Shout out.
Big couple of days of racing as well. We had F1 and MotoGP, so
Yeah,
we'll get into that.
huge.
We'll get into MotoGP first, obviously. But James, you had a couple of words to say about Moto Heaven.
Shout out to Motor Heaven. Obviously, we're doing a normal ad, but just wanted to take the time out to speak about their new and improved website. It's getting better and better day by day. Their parts finder is awesome. So if you guys need any extra stuff for your bike, please check out their parts finder. You literally can just about get anything for any bike that's on there. There's so many bikes listed, R1s, CBRs, KXs, RMs, bloody Harleys.
You name it.
You name it. So check it out, motorheaven.com.au, and check out all their socials. They're looking for affiliate partners as well. So if you're a bit of an influencer, suss them out, shoot them a DM, and they're trying to give back to the community and
Yep.
jumping back on a whole lot of things. And yeah, I think it's typically dispatch. So if you make an order, same day or next day.
It's pretty
So
amazing.
yeah, so they're right on it to get all your stuff out. And if you just check out their Google reviews and everything, it's incredible. So
Yeah. Now, also, guys, jump on. We're on Patreon. We've got a big app coming up for the month of November. So please subscribe to that. All help is always always helpful.
Absolutely, and early access to our special guests as well.
And well, we have an early access guest on there, so
Yeah.
which is one of our biggest guests we've ever had. So
one of the most interesting
Pods we've ever done.
yeah,
Yep.
you can literally see me eating out of the palm of his hands the whole
Yeah.
the whole episode.
yeah, it was amazing, and we'll probably pop a couple more up there in the next few weeks. So, and Daniel, YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, like, follow, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Again, any little bit helps. The more exposure, the more stuff that we can do for you lovely fans.
Yeah, just because Trump and Rogan are over 30 million views doesn't mean you guys can't do that for us as well.
30 million, is it?
Yeah, in like a
Jeez.
day,
It's wild,
crazy.
Yeah, that was
And that's
an
just on
amazing
YouTube.
podcast. Yeah.
Imagine all the other like Apple and Spotify and all that. It must be probably over 100, you think.
Oh, it'd be close to for sure.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd have to be for sure.
Unreal.
That's right, we're getting there, but Joe
100%.
Rogan, watch out.
Yeah.
Collab.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Bald head.
Daniel, give us
Shine it up.
some results for the Ducati Cup.
The Ducati Cup.
Yep.
Well, it very much was that, hey, boys, on
It was.
during the sprint race. It was the first time ever that Ducati rounded out the top 8, all 8 bikes. So, Enea Bastianini, Jorge Martin, and Pecco Bagnaia were your top 3. Marc Marquez, Alex Marquez, Franco Divebomb Morbidelli, Marco Bezzecchi, Fabio Di Gianantonio, Brad Binder, and Fabio Quartararo round out the top 10 in the sprint.
Yeah. Well,
Pretty wild. I'm surprised it took so long, to be honest, for them to fill all those 8 spots. Because it wasn't far off a couple rounds ago, but I
Yeah.
think
I guess someone always normally crashes.
Yeah, Big
or-
Dog Bez messed it up for everyone.
Yeah,
Finished like
true.
on 9th or something.
Yeah. The sprint was so like watching the races now and how tight it's getting. Those first few corners and first few laps are so crucial, and you can just feel how tense both riders are, and just kind of how even tense the field is now. It's really getting time to the crunch, but God, it's so exciting.
Man, what a ride from
Absolutely.
Martin as well. Like he had to come through, a couple of passes and to get to that second. He really, he would have been hot under the collar.
Yeah,
It was hot under the collar that race, and really came through in the end. So very impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. A bit flirting with danger with the track limits as well.
Yeah,
A lot of controversy around that, but
I think it was all fair.
no, absolutely. They banked curbs and he didn't touch a green, so
Yeah.
play on, fair game. If it was Brad Binder, different story, would have been demoted.
Yeah, Spanish, but Spanish.
But,
Got to look after him.
But no, all jokes aside, fair play. He managed to keep it within the limits and made some absolutely unreal passes. I mean, especially that one on Pecco
Yeah.
to take that second spot was phenomenal.
yeah.
So he's not leaving much out there, and credit to him. He's doing what he has to do. He can just sort of float around in second now, even if Pecco wins everything the next few races.
Yeah.
He's home and hose just about.
Making it harder. Like, 2 rounds left. There's obviously still a lot of points up for grabs. The championship, I still believe, is wide open.
Yeah, definitely.
And they're still riding so tense. Have we gone to the main results yet?
No, not yet. I can get onto them now if you like.
Because Pecco's ride in that main race.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Pecco Bagnaia, Jorge Martin, and Pedro Acosta were your top 3. Fabio Di Gianantonio, Jack Miller, Brad Binder, Maverick Vinales, Johan Zarco, Alicia Spargaro, and Alex Marquez were your top 10.
Clutch from Bagnaia.
We've
That
got
was actually a brilliant race.
Brilliant race.
Yeah. It just the pressure in the conditions was so impressive.
Yeah.
And he just okay, this is what it's like. You watch this is just how I feel like I'm going to speak for everyone, because I reckon everyone's going to agree on this just about. You watch Pecco Bagnaia and you're like, this guy is not going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Even though he has, and he probably will, or he could. You think he's not going to make a mistake, like he's just ice cool. To have the presence of mind to let, was it Marquez or someone try and go up on the inside and then cut
twice,
back?
Marquez.
Yeah, Marquez last
Just the
corner.
presence of mind to know where you are on a racetrack to do that is already incredible. But you watch him and you think, like, he's not going to make a mistake. Like, he's going to win this, and it's amazing. But then on the flip side, you watch Jorge Martin. I'm literally watching through my fingers. Like,
Yeah.
I'm waiting for him to crash at any moment. But he rode a brilliant ride anyway.
Yep, absolutely he did.
And just in those conditions, that's where these guys get paid, to be that fast in those conditions with so much on the line. And that's why they're fighting for the championship, those two, because that's where, as we say, the literal cream rises to the top, because, there's Rainmasters and you had Binder and,
All
Miller.
all the KDMs came through.
They all had a good race, but those two were still, 3, 4, 5 seconds ahead.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Fighting for a title, and it was just, it's really impressive. And if you don't ride bikes, whatever, it's maybe harder to comprehend. But to be at that pace, and it wasn't even fully wet. Like, it was drying on
It was
parts.
awkward conditions
It was
for them.
so
absolutely.
awkward. So for them to just, not throw it down the road, it's just hats off, seriously, to both of them.
Yeah, going back to your point with Bagnaia, he either crashes or does not make a mistake. He never runs wide. We saw
Nah.
Martin was leading the race, ran wide,
Ran
led,
wide,
led
yep.
both Bags and Marquez through. What the result could have been if that didn't happen, but I think Bag had that in the had that in the bag.
In the bag.
Pardon the pun. But yeah, you're right. Like, he just doesn't run wide. He doesn't go on the curbs. He doesn't do anything. And then you see Martin. He's just
Track limits warnings.
Yeah,
that's
like it's.
But it goes back to that being on rails, like we always say that.
Yeah,
Lorenzo,
it's just
Lorenzo
incredible.
effect,
Yeah, it is.
and he win
Very identical.
championships this way, and that's the thing. So it's going to be super interesting these next 2 rounds.
Yeah, it's still
2 rounds left. 2 rounds.
Yeah, 2 rounds left, 4
Sepang.
races, so still very much game on.
And Sepangs this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
Last of the triple header.
Wow.
it's crazy. It's so hard to pick. I still think something big's going to happen.
Yeah.
I just can't trust. And credit to Martin, like that save he made when Marquez crashed out.
Yeah.
That could be the save that wins him the championship.
yeah.
You just never know.
Yes. Well, that was one of my big points, and it sort of came out in the media today. Was he was crashing?
Yeah.
If Marquez didn't crash in front of him, because he just
I
got
think
that,
so.
He got that warning that Marquez has gone down. He lost the front end. He goes, oh fuck.
He really slowed up for the next few laps and just said, I'm taking the points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
That's a
corner
smart
turn
ride.
8, that turn 8 was lethal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Through the
Caught out
weekend.
quite a few people.
Yeah.
It really did. So, but yeah, credit to him for noticing that and not making the same mistake as Mark. Funnily enough, it was one of the first times ever I think that I was actually cheering Mark Marquez on
Wow.
to try and
Daniel.
keep that spot to make the championship even more interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It is good for the championship.
I thought it's really game on. If he narrows it down, I think it would have been 13 points.
Yeah.
And then at one stage, I had a little bit of hope for Jack.
Yep.
Because he bought that gap from 2.2 or whatever it was to 1.7, 1.8. I thought we might be on, but good little sort of middle of the pack battle with him and Acosta.
Yeah.
And for Digia to do what he's doing with that shoulder,
He's been incredible. And
he's been absolutely amazing.
deserves that factory seat next year as well.
100%, 100%.
We get a lot of messages about Digi next year being a title contender. I think we've had like 5 or 6 messages. So it's really interesting that people rate him that highly.
Well, I mean, Ducati obviously do as well because they've signed him to them, not just to VR46. So they're
True.
banking on him, and I think he's doing more than enough to keep that trust and make sure they've made the right decision. But we just wish him a speedy recovery, and hopefully we can tend to see that when people come back from injuries, it's a lot harder, right?
Yeah.
So fingers crossed, it's all sunshines, rainbows, and lollipops for him.
I think he's taken the smart route though, like just getting it out of the way now. You got the break.
Yeah.
You've
And you get
got
to testing.
You you might as well he's got nothing to play for in these last 2 rounds anyway. You might as well just do it.
100%.
Will he be back for testing?
I assume so. I reckon that's why they're doing it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yep.
You'd have to
Definitely.
be.
So he'll be testing a GP25.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So I think you'll be plenty back in time for something like that. And you got to remember, these guys are getting the best of the best treatment.
Yeah.
Doctors, like there's no
Oh,
expenses spared. They'll be getting
Definitely.
looked after quite a lot. But ladies and gentlemen, just a quick reminder, we are proudly supported by the great team down at Moto Heaven. They are absolutely unbelievable to deal with. And if I were you guys, I'd definitely head over to their website.
Yes, you never pay full recommended retail price at Moto Heaven, and free delivery for any order over $100.
100%. And they've got the best, most usable website in the whole motorcycle industry. Dare I say the world. They got parts finders. You can chuck in any bike you want. If it's a old KX250 or an R1, you can find anything you want. Helmets, they got everything. Head to motoheaven.com.au where you will get everything that you need. That's a guarantee.
Do it.
Yeah, great little battle for those guys. Miller had a really good race as well.
I saw him in the pit box afterwards. He's like, fuck. Like, he was so close. And will he get another chance? Who knows? But yeah, it was. It's amazing that when I wanted to talk to you guys about wet weather racing, like in Formula One, the real stars come out. But I feel MotoGP, it's like a wet weather expert comes out.
Yeah.
So is it
Traditionally.
showing a skill that's different to, riding fast, or is it showing how good these guys are? Like what is it? What's different about the wet weather riders?
I think it's just showing how good they are and how comfortable someone is.
Yeah.
Because that bike, it may not look like it, but that'll be squirming a lot more. It's different under braking, I'm sure of it. So, you get guys, typically the Australian guys who are flat trackers from background, they like that feeling. So that's why you tend to see Jack doing really, really well.
And all the KDMs, even Augusto Fernandez was in the top 8 at one point, and then he crashed. But there was 4 KDMs running in the top 8, which is pretty incredible. That's unheard of this year. So
it's interesting. I was thinking about wet weather riding and teams, and it's true. Like riders just like them being, loose. Like Lorenzo would have liked it being completely stable. But you look at Valentino Rossi in 2011, 2012. He was nowhere on that Ducati, and the wet weather came out.
Yep.
And he
Levels
was
the playing
levels of playing field, podium. But you look at the Hondas. It rain, hail, shine, sunny. They're still besides Zarco at the moment, they're still nowhere.
They're still last.
Juan Mir's got a lot more talent than what I think a lot of people give him credit for. And I think it'd be a lot further up that field. Same with Marini. But even in the rain, they can't even tackle that bike. Quartararo was the biggest disappointment. He got taken out because he was instantly already up there because that talent goes through. But that Honda must be so diabolical that they can't even ride around it in the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a difficult one. Like I said, the actual feeling of the bike and the way it's moving underneath and the way it acts under braking, you know, could hop around a lot more in the wet.
Has a KTM got a wet weather advantage? Like, is it just their riders that race for them?
Maybe it's just riders.
Yeah.
There hasn't been enough wet weather in the past few years for me to even make a judge it.
Yeah, it is. It's a hard one to call, but
Because it stopped raining about 20 minutes before the race, but it just did not dry up with that humidity.
not
did
at
it?
all.
It's it happened a couple of years ago where Jack finished second. Was it 2 or 3 years ago when he was on the factory Duke? Similar conditions. So, yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting, and it's, I really like that track.
It's not a bad track. I was
Yeah.
actually playing it on the game the other
Those
day.
left-handers are cool.
Yeah. And it really opens itself up. Like the last corner, I thought, I'm not a huge fan of like a 90-degree right-hander, but for MotoGP, it's like just so inviting.
Yeah, 100%.
You can chuck it up the inside where, but you were saying before, Bag sort of let the brake early and then cut in the inside. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed the track.
And
So.
credit to Mark, like that's ballsy as to brake later
Yeah.
in the wet and try and make a move like that stick. And, you know, I just view that as completely fair racing. I know some people were like, oh, it's a bit hard, but like that's fair from both. Mark's trying to move, he's coming out wide, and Pecco's just staying on
That's
his
a
line.
classic move. That's a classic move from Bags. Though he loves that. If someone's going to pass him on the inside, he's going to cut back on the inside.
It's
And
almost like his trademark.
that's his
these
trademark.
days.
Yeah. And it happened in Jerez when they were fighting as well. Same sort of situation. So, going back to the track as well. Shout out 210,000 fans for the weekend.
Yeah, what an amazing turnout.
I put that note in. I couldn't believe when I saw those
Yeah.
numbers. I love the Indonesian rounds like Mandalika. I was a bit iffy when they first came in, but great for the sport. They're so passionate. And that's where the future of all this is going anyway. Like 205,000 fans, they go nuts for it. And like you got to remember Thailand, Indonesia, I'm not too sure about Malaysia, but you know, like they're what's the word? Like medium range of income is nowhere near like the Spanish or like in Europe.
Yeah.
Like they can't afford it.
Lower socioeconomic sort
That's
of
it.
countries, and then
205,000 of them rock up.
yeah, and it's and they're bikes. I mean, man, like, they all ride bikes. Like, if it's a scooter, if it's a bike, like that's what they can. That's what their mode of transport is over there. So
Kids crying when Buddy Marquez crashed. Everything. How funny was that?
Yeah.
It's just they love it. And it's good. It's really good that they go there. And like we've spoken about it so many times. Like you look at World Superbikes, they need to go there because there's money to be made in those markets.
No, 100%. It's something that they're definitely missing out on.
100%.
I wonder if it's the teams for the Superbikes don't want to spend the money on accommodation and getting their team there.
They did go to Mandalika, but there's some contractual thing with, I think, their government or something. I could be wrong. Someone can correct me, but that's what I heard anyway.
You know, interesting you say that. The Phillip Island Grand Prix Circuit's Instagram doesn't promote MotoGP whatsoever. The whole weekend they were promoting World Superbikes. They don't have one thing on there about MotoGP, which is interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
So there must be some weird contract thing there.
Yeah, they're the promoters, I suppose, the actual track.
Yeah.
That's probably how it works. I
Yeah, it
suppose.
must be.
Yeah. Because we were talking about, like, we were so lucky last week, got our media passes, which is awesome, and we would love that same access for Superbikes, but it's not run by the Oz GP Corporation. The whole event's run by, I think, either the track or Dorna themselves. So it's been
But you get that access anyway at Supers.
true.
With
Yeah.
your general admission ticket.
No, Chich, come on, the sandwiches and the media center. That's what I'm all about. All right.
The shade.
The shade, the seat, the coffee,
The coffees.
the commentators. Like we had Gavin Emmett and
Matt Burt and
Matt
all that.
Burt and
Chris Vermeulen.
Chris Vermeulen. They're all in front of us. We chat to them every day.
Big Dog walked in like he owned the joint. Chad Nailon.
Chad Naylor,
Arms out. Lats out.
Yeah, he did. Chad, he doesn't get any fucking chafing under his arms. That's
I
for sure.
spit in the face of people I don't think is cool.
I didn't really talk about last week that much on the pod.
What did you think? Because you're so blasted.
Yeah, man, it was an unbelievable weekend and probably one of the best. I mean, one of the best weeks of my life.
Yeah.
It really was. It was incredible, and the access, the people we met. Like, James and I and Daniel, we're sitting there on Sunday night. We're at the pub. Senna Aegis is dancing on the fucking bar, and the thing he said to us was, "Man, don't let my dad see that I'm really pissed."
Jack Miller.
Mind you, Jonathan came up to us and was like, "Look after my son tonight."
Yeah.
And we're like, "No, we'll be right."
Yeah, this was at the track.
Yeah, at the track.
And as his
Jack
dance,
Miller put him up on that bar.
I did. As we're singing Aussie, Aussie, oi, 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 he's on the, we turn, and then John is walking in, his dad, and he's looking at him going, "Oh my God."
That was
Looks at him,
so
looks at
funny.
us and
Yeah.
just shakes his head.
And John said to us later in the night he was paying an entry fee. It was $15 to get in, and then he looks up and goes, "I'm not paying. That's my son."
Walked straight in.
But then Jack Miller, as you said, the access he gave us, that little after party he had with the Grey Goose, 10 Grey Goose
At
bottles
least.
got drank,
At least.
And then I mean, like I love looking into our little minions down below.
Yeah. Yeah. Tom had a few minions, little
I had a few-
fanboys.
I had a few. It was good meeting all those guys as well. Touched on a bit all night. That's good.
Turn it up.
Loved it. He loved it.
I loved it. Yeah, I had like a couple of PAs. It was good though.
Got Kelsey up on the shoulders.
I reckon they're sick, but those three guys, because they were buying drinks, and I was just going, "Hey, done
You were
drinking it."
drinking everyone's drink. That's why you're so sick.
I think I got them sick, but because I was already sick. At
Yeah,
that
you
point,
were.
but-
You're fucked.
But yeah, I mean, sorry, back to what we're talking about. Actually, I wanted to touch on that, what we just touched on earlier, Morbidelli's move.
He's our Motorsport Republica low T of the week.
Yeah, he, that was
that
really
shit me up the wall.
unfortunate because they were both having such a good race.
Yeah,
in
they were.
Colorado.
I was so, as soon as I saw those conditions, I remember on the grid, I was thinking to myself, Colorado's on here.
Yeah.
He's fucking on for
He
a
was still
podium.
leading into the first corner,
He was
wasn't
blistering.
Just about.
And then
Yeah.
what was it, second lap or third lap?
he? Yeah.
Bang.
Yeah, it wasn't much later.
I don't think one person
He
passed.
barrel rolled him.
I don't think one
Yeah, he
person
did.
passed on that corner in all three classes all weekend, and he goes for that pass. And then he ran off as well. He ran off.
Yeah. He was never making it.
It was
never gonna
never
happen.
making
It
it.
was a bit ambitious. It was very ambitious.
Yeah, it was.
It was very unfortunate though, because it's always good to see Quadraro up there, as we always say. You know, he's super talented.
It was so good to see him up there, and like it annoys me that he's not there week in, week out, because those conditions just showed how good he is.
100%.
And shout out to Quadraro, because I was watching him through practice and qualifying. He couldn't get a percentage more out of that Yamaha.
Yeah.
Nah.
He was ringing, as the Matt Bird was saying, ringing the neck off it. Like he was doing everything in his power. Like he couldn't do any more. You could tell he couldn't do any more.
They're just crazy athletes, man. And the other thing is, you got to remember that race was a long race, 50 minutes, 55 minutes.
I know, it was
and it was
quite
still,
long.
ambient temperature was still 28, 30 degrees. That would have been a long race.
I reckon they're all mentally cooked after
Oh,
that
my
race.
100%.
goodness. Imagine
It
that.
has
Just
to
the
be.
concentration.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I know. And every corner have to be perfect. I mean, that's crazy.
Changing conditions the whole
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Oh, man.
There's a lot to think about. There'd be a lot going through your head.
100%.
I think we have, every time we go to GP, Phillip on, you get to that next round, you go, these guys are just a new level of appreciation.
Yeah.
What they can do on that bike.
Speaking of Phillip on, we didn't ask you because you were so cooked on the weekend.
Yeah.
What was your favorite moment? What was the best moment for you?
I did answer. I said
What
it was the center. We were hanging out with center on the Sunday night.
okay.
It was sick. But all through the week, I mean, we had an amazing time. We sitting at the pub during the week, and people walking past.
I know what Tom's favorite moment is, and
Answer it for me, Dave.
yeah. I know what it is. This is what the listeners want. He's very savvy with his money, and we went up to the top of the pits.
Oh, yeah, this
and he
is
went to go buy beer.
Yep.
And when the person said it's free alcohol up here, his jaw hit the grounds. He grabs the next two straight away.
Yeah.
And I don't know what you said after that, but it was all downhill from
Well,
there.
if anyone saw me on Saturday night out, we did some interviews, which we're compiling a video at the moment as we speak. Curtis is working on it. I was off in the face. All right.
You barged into Gavin Emmett on TNT Sports, said you had an exclusive, and then goes, "Nah, I don't have an exclusive."
I could have said so many good things in that point. I fucking buckled.
Yeah,
I
you
was
did.
buckled. I
People
was
were
buckled.
laughing at you in that pit lane.
Yeah.
I was fucked.
But yeah, that was so much fun. Fuck, we had a ball. But anyway, and we're up on top of the pits, and beer. Then coming back down.
Shout out to Lockie Boyle, buckled on the double blacks.
Yeah, Lockie, all
Didn't he
talk,
ever?
mate. You were telling me when
Yeah, I didn't see you at once.
we're going out. We're gonna get fuck-eyed. He said. He gave me a couple of winkies and touched his nose for some reason. I don't know why.
What's happening?
I don't know what he was doing.
Sending me snowflakes at 2 a.m.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Yeah, I don't know what he was on about, Boyle. But he would have drank, 15 double blacks.
Oh, bullshit. That much?
Yeah, he would have had 30 fucking standards, I reckon, that day.
Oh, you would have been
That's
cooked.
a fair crack from him too.
Yeah, and the sugar, bro, the sugar.
Oh, like the syrup.
Yeah, he
Ugh.
would have cooked himself. But yeah, that was a crazy moment. And like the little hottie behind the bar went to pay, and she's like, no, it's all up, it's included up here. I was like, sun's shining, fucking sprint race is about to start. I'm like, fucking come at me. Oh,
That's exactly what you said, actually.
sorry. I timestamped that one, Kurt. Yeah, but what a weekend, boys! Like seriously, and we'll do it again. Superbikes will be not as big, it never is, but we'll have a
It's a different vibe. It's
So
good,
yeah,
though.
we'll still have good fun.
Brandon, Superbikes last year was mint, so get down if you're thinking about doing it this year.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. You ride
Yeah.
your bike around the track.
The access is we need like 3 or 4 fucking little 150s or something that we can ride from.
Anyone's like that manufactures like little e-bikes or something for around the track, hit us
Yeah.
up. We'll promote
Can you
We'll
park
promote
and
your
just
stuff.
leave them
Yeah,
somewhere?
you just park them and leave them.
Oh man, you ride that from the house to the track and then loop around. That'd be sick.
Anyone got a contact at CF Moto? Hook us up with a few of those PPOs or whatever they call
yeah.
them.
Oh yeah, 100%.
They're hectic.
We'll promote them all through the weekend.
Yeah, and on the pod just during the year.
We'll have one
Ride
park
around
drive.
everywhere.
We'll do a mini race on them.
Oh my god, that'd be cool. That's a good idea.
Can you road register those Avali things?
No.
They're like full mini GP bikes. The Kickstarter.
We need a Oceania Cup, that sort of size thing, room around. Oh, well, you know what?
An R15.
I reckon Lukey Luke can give us those 3
Calabria.
Calabria things. What do you reckon?
Like Caballeros or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, 100%.
We do enough for him.
Sort him out. We'll get a bit of flat track on him.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be
Something
very,
like
very
that and try on the track would be cool.
That'd be pretty dope. But
Anyway, back to MotoGP.
yeah, back
sorry.
to it.
I had a couple of ripping points.
It wasn't a bad weekend, man. I was on the edge of my seat during that race. I really thought Bagnaia was going to mess up.
Oh,
He's not the
wow.
most.
I know, but he's on. He just doesn't make like.
Yeah, but
he
in
does
the
make
wet, though,
mistakes.
like-
He didn't make one mistake.
Nah,
Oh, yeah, I know,
he
but
was-
in the wet, like I just don't trust. I don't trust him at the best of times at the moment. But
Can you ask me this question, Daniel? Massive knee sliders on the boys.
yeah, 'cause they're not going over as far.
Yeah, is that
So
is
it's
that a
just-
thing to stop them from going over too far in the wet? Or
Yeah,
is
it's just more of a guide.
Yeah, it's a guide.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
because they were thick boys.
Yeah, they're huge. They're like double. Almost.
Doubles, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's a real thing. Actually, funnily enough, it's on the photo here.
Yeah, I was like, I was gonna ask the tech boys about this because I was really curious if it was this to stop them going over too far, or was it just like a?
They've been doing them
wet?
for a
Yeah.
while now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have,
Yeah.
yeah, rain sliders.
Yeah.
They fucking weigh a little, like quite a bit too
Oh,
for
really?
what they are. Yeah.
I guess they would. Yeah.
Well, there's knee sliders that the Moto 3 fella help me out here.
Scott Ogden.
Scott Ogden gave us. They were heavier than what I thought.
They might have been rain ones.
Oh yeah, they weren't
Nah,
that thick.
they're not. They're
They were normal?
Yeah,
They're
they're
just
actually
heavy.
in my bag. I gotta get them out.
Yeah, well, they're just a little bit heavier than you think. So
Yeah. It all just depends. But yeah, they're just as a guide.
Hmm.
But yes, you kind of right because you don't want to obviously go
Yeah.
nowhere near as far over. You won't.
yeah, it was interesting.
You won't think. But
How
yeah, I
many-
don't know, man. Like I said, I just don't trust him in the wet. He's
Nah.
not the most like
I know.
consistent in the wet.
I know, but yeah, compared to Martin, though, dude's fucking on rails. Seriously.
Oh
It
yeah,
just
he was
scares
all
me.
over it.
I don't know why I noticed this, but I made a note
Autism?
saying, I made a note saying the marshals would have sore arms because there were so many yellow flags during that race. There was just waving yellow flags for 55 minutes. There was someone down each lap.
Good workout.
Yeah.
There was quite a few
Yeah.
DNFs.
You know what though?
Alex Marquez
I
at
reckon
the
there's been
start.
less injuries
6 of
this
them.
year.
Miguel's only real
Yeah, I mean, like,
sort of biggish one, eh?
Did ya?
remember Portimao?
Yeah.
Remember Portimao last year sprint
Yeah.
race? It was like 2.
Was it the camera in the leathers?
I don't know.
Because that was breaking collarbones and shit,
Yeah, it
wasn't
wasn't
it?
helping. So that's
Yeah.
why there's none of that anymore.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Like I noticed that this year, like it was pretty much a full fit Phillip Island,
Marquez was always cooked.
except for Oliveira.
Yeah. Step bro.
Yeah, he needs to get more massages from the missus.
I don't think he'll be back for the end of the season.
That's it.
Well, I mean, it makes sense just to sit it out.
Well,
Yeah.
Get yourself right
he's-
for the next year.
But he's
Pramac
Pramac,
Yamaha.
isn't he? Yeah. But who knows? But if they're right, I'm probably going to chuck him in the seat. 'Cause
Yeah, of
he's
course.
he's still got plenty of talent. Is he going to finish bottom 5? James.
Oh shit! Well, the problem is the Repsol Honda boys aren't getting. You know what? I've won this challenge.
Yeah, you have. Yeah,
I've won this challenge because he's done absolutely nothing.
he's done nothing.
I
He's
can-
done nothing. He's won 3 races in his career.
Yeah, no, he's
Got to
still-
be super talented to win a race in MotoGP.
No,
It doesn't
no.
matter where you are.
100%.
Is he not bottom 5?
No, I know he's not bottom 5. I know he's not bottom 5. But like, everyone was giving me shit, and the general consensus he was top 6.
Where's Pedrosa? Is he ahead of Pedrosa at least?
Nah, Pedrosa's last. Oh, second last.
Marini. Oh, has he got
Nah,
points now?
Bradle.
Oh, yeah.
Bradle's last on 2 points.
Oh, we'll take the test riders out of it, but
They're last anyway. All 3 test riders are last.
oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Marini's last on 13 points.
13 points.
It's messed up, man.
It's amazing when the top 15 get points as well. Like crazy.
Or even like the wet, you think it's the equalizer.
Well,
as
only
I said,
17
but-
finishes on the weekend, wasn't it as well?
Yeah. I can't believe Alex Marquez binned it on the siding lap. You don't see that often.
He came through the field.
What a
Yeah.
dud.
He actually had a good weekend apart from that.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
You know what he
Alex.
does? He'll pull out like a good weekend where you get like a sprint podium or something like that. He's a yo-yo.
I
He's
feel
just
like,
up and down.
I feel like we have not talked about Alex Marquez for a month.
Yeah,
we have
because-
not talked about
yeah,
it.
Probably more.
Yeah.
because he's a yo-yo. He'll have a really good. He's a bit of a cock tease actually.
But last year he had a pretty decent year.
yeah,
He had a podium in Sachsenring. That was it this year, isn't it?
he just doesn't class as fraud watch because he didn't have. He's not winning that one race or like everyone thinks. Like we're still going. Those hot takes. We still get hot fucking heat for Maverick Vinales, and now people commenting under the heat going, no, like we've shed light on this topic that he can't start.
That's latched on, but
That has
fraud. How many people?
People were going up to us saying there's fraud over there.
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
met fraud. Like
Yeah, but
they
like
call
even
him
like,
fraud.
do you reckon he's fraud yet? Like that's
Yeah.
what people were saying to Phillip Island. Do you reckon he's? I'm like, oh my god, that's like we need to trademark that shit.
Probably didn't help that 6 blokes were yelling fraud at him on the Sunday night either.
He wouldn't have noticed, bruh.
Fraud. Yeah.
He was like this.
What about Banyaya knowing about the hot takes? Would have seemed
No,
boring.
it's power rankings.
Power
Oh,
rankings.
sorry, power rankings.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's wild, man.
How many times have we put in bloody? Have we put anything rude
Boring,
about?
boring Banyaya.
Boring
Yeah.
Banyaya is the main one.
Yeah, boring's like Aussie slang for nice guy.
Just in case you're listening, Pecco.
There you are. What do you guys think of Castrol?
Yeah, I
Gonna
like
be
it.
the
I
new-
like it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to be cool.
It makes
I
sense,
like
doesn't it? Because they're already involved with Honda.
And you know what?
But
It's
not title sponsor?
title sponsor.
It is the title
Yeah.
sponsor. I thought when they first announced it wasn't going to be.
Title sponsor, and it's cool because it's not Spanish.
Yes.
British.
British, yeah. Yeah, it makes sense.
Get our boys Eddie O'Shea and
Scott Ogden.
Scott Ogden straight into Castrol.
Just on
Castrol
Eddie
HRC.
O'Shea, I didn't realize he was on his debut last week at Phillip Island.
Yeah, it was like a fill-in.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I thought he'd been around the whole year. So sorry, Eddie. I would have asked you a bit more questions when I was interviewing like your first race. I was
Nice
talking-
kid, but fuck, he
Really
was
nice,
a ripper.
man. We got to
Yeah.
look after these little, the English and the Aussies. And is there any Kiwis? I don't think so.
Nah, but there is one coming through in the Spanish Moto3 European Championship.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot
I
his name.
love those little OJC
Kids.
kids. They're fucking the coolest little arrogant pricks. I love them. They're so cool. That little once he walked into the Alpine Stars tent, opened the door, he's like, "Go, I'm ready for my suit fitment." It's so funny. The guy's standing like, "Who the fuck is this kid?" Like, how funny is that? You need
wild.
arrogance, but
Yeah,
you need
yeah.
it. You need
Yeah,
it.
They're funny.
Literally kicked him out.
Oh yeah, it was so funny.
Come
God,
to the little fella.
yeah.
They
Because
all got like
Bullfrog
mullets
was,
and shit.
yeah, Bullfrog was fucking egging him on, and God, it was funny.
That's the last thing someone needs.
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ.
But yeah, I don't have much else on GP, boys.
Nah, that's
I
what
thought it was a good weekend.
Yeah, it was a solid weekend.
gonna
I
be
really liked the
interesting
track.
coming in.
We had a fan of the pod, Bandana Man, there on site at the
He
track.
got suited up in Ducati leathers. I don't know if you saw that.
And,
It was with one piece Ducati Lenovo leathers.
Oh, yeah.
And they do it differently over there. Like transporting from gates, you hop on like a tuk-tuk truck thing and you sit on hail bales.
It looked like a Mexican cartel
Yeah.
truck.
But said it was good viewing. Like when you stand in that main grandstand, you see every corner.
Yeah.
But there's just nothing around the circuit. There's no bars, there's no hotels.
Well, he showed me there was like a massive stage. There was a Muay Thai fight in
Yeah,
there.
that was all at the track.
Yeah, at the track. Oh,
Yeah.
you mean like outside the circle, like a cows or
yeah,
something?
like a cows. There's nothing, like absolutely nothing.
Farmlands.
So I was seriously considering like going to the round 1 next year.
Mixed reviews.
It's not a bad idea, though.
Yeah, but it's mixed reviews. I think still think Malaysia, like we do a double week where we MotoGP Phillip Island and then we scoot off to Malaysia next year. I think that would be on the cards.
Well, I know Malaysia's next to the airport or something, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's plenty of hotels. You go to downtown KL and like it's pumping, you know, it's a city. So that'd be cool. But I also like that island vibe, like Mandalika, where it's all...
I think
That's
that'd be a cool
I
one to
think
go
that
to.
would be a cool one.
Well, Mandalika might be cool, but also because you go there and you come home and then you're at Phillip Island.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that's all like, you only have to tell the missus 2 weeks rather than I'm going away 1 week, then I'm back for a week and then I'm going again.
That's a big 2 weeks.
Yeah. Oh, massive. Yeah. God.
Not
You-
mad,
you'd
not
ha-
mad about it.
Nah,
But
God, no.
Oh, far out.
You reckon you'd wear a hat in Mandalika?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. You know why I didn't wear a hat this year? Because I was puffed up. Remember I was puffed up last year? Remember the photos? I'm like, I don't want to wear a hat again because I was like blown out because I ate fucking chicken wings and fucking beer all the week.
Spicy prawns.
So I'm like, I'm not wearing the hat this year because I look like a big fucking Michelin man. I should have just wore the hat, man. It would have been fun. I'm 15 kilos lighter. I should have just wore the hat.
we got home on the Saturday night, Daniel, and it was like 2 a.m. whatever. And I'm like, I'm going to bed. Like, I don't want to bar him. I'm tired.
Massive day. 9 beers at the
Massive-
track.
massive
A
day.
bottle of wine with dinner to myself.
Yeah.
Then beers.
And all the beers. And I'm like, I'm going to bed. And I hear him. He cracks open the air fryer. He's like, I'm grabbing the ribs. He grabs a rack of ribs, chucks it in the air fryer, and like he was cooking it up. It was making me sick. Like the smell was making him sick. And I walk out in the morning to have a shower. And I'm telling you, it was like a dead cow carcass in the kitchen. There was like bones and meats everywhere. He was so cooked. He didn't use the sauce. He didn't realize there was sauce in the.
It was
in
just
the-
dry.
just dry.
And I go back.
Disgusting.
I go have a shower. I just look at him in like shame, and I walk back out, and it was all clean. He's like, I felt so ashamed of what I did last night. I had to clean it. It was. I should have taken a photo. It was horrendous.
Yeah, it was like a dismembered cow in that kitchen. It was fucked up.
You would have destroyed those ribs, but
I didn't, bro. I ate like I went like this. I'm like, nah, that's fucked. I went to bed, threw it all out.
that's
Terrible.
fucked. It was.
Yeah.
It was messed up. Anyway.
But yeah, it was crazy. We're
we-
gonna have snippets of Phillip Island for the next year. I reckon.
Yeah, we keep talking about it because we're not so cooked now.
James was literally crying before the podcast, explaining a story from the Sunday night, which we will not repeat on air. But like, it's gonna be. We'll go down in folklore that week.
That was probably. Yeah, I don't cry of laughter often, and that was. And I don't remember that. Just something jogs my memory. You guys said something, and
Yeah.
it was one of the funniest things.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll say it in the Patreon episode.
Yeah, we will.
I think.
At least we'll get.
I think I've ever seen.
At least we'll get $11 out of the person we're going to talk about if they ever listen. So, the other thing was, I just want to talk about GP. The track had so much grip in the wet. Like they were going super fast.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, the last 5 laps of tires were just going to fall apart. But they ended up not doing that. So, yeah, that was about it, boys. Moto
Yeah,
2.
nice.
What do we got?
Moto 2 results.
I can't wait to say this dick of the week.
Aaron
Fire it
Canet
up.
move, that one. Back in the day.
Yeah, legit, it was.
Arez, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Jerez.
Funnily enough, Aaron Canet first, Ogura second, Marcos Ramirez third, Somkiat Chantra, Diego Moreira, Ethan Guevara, Jake Dixon, Albert Arenas, Manu Gonzalez, and Dennis Onchu round out the 10.
You know what? We'll start on a positive note. Performance of the week. Ogura
Yeah,
Yep.
well done.
redeemed his curse.
Absolutely.
You know, he didn't
Yep.
fluff it. He, as you said, Daniel, before the pod, rode an amazing race.
But
Aggressive
got,
still.
he got
Yeah.
bashed a little bit those
Yeah,
first
yeah,
few
yeah,
laps
yeah.
too. Like
He did.
Really
I was
belted.
thinking, nah, he's gone.
So did I.
He's going to
Yeah.
throw it down the road. But, you know, recovered, stayed out of trouble because trouble was like literally finding him. And won the title. First Japanese rider since Hiroshi Oyama in 2009.
Yep.
Rest in peace.
First first to come out of the Asia Talent Cup.
Well, this is like such a an it's not LCR, but it's like on the Team Asia. They lose. Ogura wins the world title. And then they put Somchak and Chantra on, who's like good for 10th.
Yeah.
But credit to Ogura. Congratulations,
and
mate.
he had an amazing year, and he really did. And going back to what we were talking about at and Japan when he put the dry tires on, like very un-Japanese move, and he deserved it.
No, he definitely does.
And he had a mint celebration. Simple.
Yes.
The little shuku board or whatever they call it. I think that's how it's pronounced in Japan.
It's like Japanese chess. Yeah.
Curdy, is it Shuku, the game with the anime?
The Octopussy.
There's a Japanese board game like chess. It's called like Shuku or something. Is that what it's? No, don't know. Oh, it's all good.
Helmet looked mint too.
Yeah, cool gold arrow.
No, it was an amazing
Couldn't
ride,
do a
man.
burnout.
Shogi.
Okay.
Bro, he struggled.
Yeah,
big
that was
time.
funny.
Stalled it about 3 times trying to do a burnout.
Yeah, good on him, but I really liked it. It was so good to see. I'm so happy for him. And I really hope he does well on that Trackhouse bike.
No, I think he will. I think he will. And
I think he will.
first non-Calix since Marquez on the Suda frame.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Boscoscuro.
Crazy.
Yep. So that's huge for them.
And typical Aaron Canet fashion wins and no one talks about it.
Yeah.
I know, man.
Then he's still second.
How is he not high on the championship this year? He's been there or thereabouts
he's
every
crashed.
race.
Yeah, he's
crashed.
He must have that many crashes at the start of the season.
He had an injury as well.
Man, he's been super this year. Like really, really good. The second half of the season.
What do you think? What do you think? Sorry, Daniel. What do you think? Aaron Canet next year? Do you reckon he's the
Yeah,
title?
he's the man.
But
You
what
reckon
about
he's the man?
Sergio Garcia though? Like
Fuck, I don't know, man. Like
Dennis
Canet's-
Onchu, one more
Canet's
year.
changed a lot.
David Alonso, can he do it first year?
If David Alonso wins next year, all bets are off. He's winning 15 world titles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big ass bub.
Nah, I don't think it would
But
happen.
Marquez, did he win his?
You got to put a lid on
He
it.
didn't
He
even-
should have won.
he
He
should have
should have
won.
won it, but he didn't.
Acosta was the same. Broke his leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have won it.
He could have won it. He came back after a broke leg and dominated Magello. Like, who does that in Moto2 in their
That's
first
right.
year?
And broke his femur.
Yeah, snapped it.
That's a big bone to break.
All eyes will be on Thailand.
My God, it's broken in half.
Thailand round 1. Let's see what that's like. I'm actually looking forward to that most is what David Alonso can do on that.
It's going to be an interesting
What team's he in, Daniel?
CF Moto.
CF Moto Aspal.
Is Dixon's bike.
Oh, and where's Dixon going?
Mark VDS, I'm pretty
Oh, that's
sure.
right. So he's just staying with the same team, and they're part of the
Aero Mobility Group.
Mobility Group. Yeah.
But is it going to be CF Moto next year or KDM? 'Cause I know KDM's
I'm
all.
not too sure, man.
I don't think I've heard anyone explain, the lower classes.
Well, that's getting out more in the media now with KDM's financial troubles. There's a lot.
$2 billion
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
hole.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
So much money.
Because everyone was buying these toys when COVID happened,
right.
and they've obviously
Now they're
overcapitalized.
overstocked.
Well, you go
yeah.
into any KDM gas dealer and all that, you would know as better as anyone, Daniel. Like they're chockers.
They
Yeah.
are. They're flat knacker.
I remember Team Moto pre-COVID times. It was the same situation. They had so many bikes. You go in during COVID, they had nothing.
Yeah.
And now it's gone back to that same with cars
It was
as well.
empty.
But
Yeah.
now they're doing like 1% on
Yeah.
Katos
Yeah,
and Huskies.
never,
Like, that's
never
unheard
happens.
of.
Yeah, that's
You
when
know.
you know you're in the hole. But
Exactly. So it'll be interesting. But I think Canet, pod favourite, Lockie Boyle, he's banking on Canet. And he makes a good point. If he hadn't have been injured, it would have been a little bit of a different story. So
Now Boyle's on the definitely on the ball there because I reckon he might be favourite for the title next year.
it's still hard. You got to think it's a stacked field. You got obviously Canet,
Arbolino,
Moreira's a couple of years in. Guevara seems to be having a decent run. Gonzalez, Onchu. You can probably make it.
And our boys coming over from Supersport.
Weirtas might have a bit of a crack. So there's quite a few. Maybe Massia might find himself higher
Bro,
in
that's
the
got to
order.
be one of the most exciting fucking championships next year.
Senna Aegis.
Yeah.
Moto
God.
GP just keeps you on the hook, doesn't it? All the Grand Prix riding, like you look forward to the last round. It's like the Valencia test. Oh my God, I can't wait to watch that. And then you're already hooked on
I
round one.
know. And then which little Spanish 14-year-old they found to put in Moto 3 next year as well? That's the other
right.
aspect.
You know what's crazy? If Bags wins the title this year, there's no Spanish world champion.
Wow.
Technically, David Alonso is
true,
a half
yeah.
blood, but there's no Spanish world champion.
When's the last time that's happened?
Oh, fuck.
Get your bloody checkbook out there.
2009 was Hiroshi Oyama, and then it was Rossi. So just depends who won in the 125s. I
Who's
bet you
this?
it was a fucking little Spanish dog. 2009.
Bautista.
Nah, he was racing on that there Rizzler Suzuki, bruh.
Let's try and get this up, eh?
Yeah, let's get it going. Thomas left. You all right over there, mate?
Yeah,
Losing
I'm
the
good.
voice?
I think you'll be going all right.
Nah, Julian Simon.
Yeah.
You know what? If anyone's listening, write into us.
Yeah. So last time, the Moto 3, Moto 2, or like lightweight, middle class,
Yeah.
and premier class, hasn't been a Spanish rider on there.
I'm just trying to think of other years when like Stoner won just to counteract that, but there would have been, but through those years,
Yeah.
there would have been
There would have been Spanish somewhere.
because they're
yeah.
all coming up through there. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
So you'd have to go back quite a
early,
long time,
Early
I reckon.
2000s. That's crazy. That program that they have.
It's wild. But yeah, shall we get into our sexy heaven dick of the week? Would you like to go all guns blazing?
Our
Are you doing the double dildo? one, or-
our showy. Our
Cut that.
sexy heaven double dildo dick of the week has to be none other than Fermin for one of the world's dumbest moves on an already injured Tony up. Just never making the corner.
Bro, poor Arbolino. He copped it.
He had a rough
sideways.
weekend.
Yeah,
How
didn't he?
did he get a penalty for that as well?
Who?
Arbolino got a penalty.
long lap penalty for
For getting his leg hit in the pit lane. He got a penalty.
How did he get a penalty?
I don't know.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
And Vander Schrugen, whatever his name was, got the log.
It was on to Van der Gooberg.
Hit stuff for the pit lane.
Yeah.
That was both unlucky for
I think
both
he got a
parts.
3-place grid penalty.
Bro, the guy had 20 seconds to pull the brake in. He was just like,
But the marshal was,
But it was the
running
marshal's
around
fault.
with
He was
his
running-
fucking neck out as well.
yeah. And they were telling him, yelling at him.
Fucking FIM, mate. Get it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Not
Wild.
Donna.
Thanks, Wild. She actually was asking questions in the press conference.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Our friend,
Fran
Wild. Yeah. I actually mentioned her on practice.
on your friend.
She'd be, you wouldn't want to bloody mess with her, I'm telling you.
Nah, she's intimidating.
Yeah. Nice lady, bub.
Very
Reply to my
nice.
email if you can, if you listen.
She is. She is. No, she is listening.
Yeah, she loves the podcast, she said. Yeah. We got Donna listening, bro.
Yeah, Carmelo Esplanenza. He stands there so funny.
Are you
in
going to do
national
a double
anthems.
dildo dick of the week? We could also mention the other dick, or
Nah, we'll do that when the time comes.
Okay, cool.
One half of our double dildo is Fermin Aldeguer
Yeah.
for his horrendous move. That's just arrogance, that move.
Bro, that was just.
That was
that's
arrogance.
just it's just fucking stupidity. Seriously. Who the fuck thinks you're going to make that move?
It was never making it.
He was still upright when he hit him.
Yeah.
He's,
he was-
nah,
he was-
he's
he was-
really on my nerves, man. He's
Yeah.
a fuck stick.
yeah, we heard a few
Straight
stories
out.
over the week as well that he's not the.
You know what? Certified chooch.
Oh, that's huge. He was all back brake going into there as well. He was going in
Bro.
sideways.
Fuck.
Oh,
The Scarps? Was that the Scarps or was that?
Yeah, it's the shoes.
maybe
all
he
shoes.
needs a scarp to the head.
Yeah, I think he needs a Scarp.
That-
he needs a
like-
sweet chin music, you know what I'm saying?
He literally, talk about barrel rolling someone.
Yeah, he
it did
did.
remind me of that Canet incident at Jerez
Yeah.
back in Moto 3. And I hated Canet for years after that because
Yeah.
it was such a stupid move.
Well, he got his comeuppance because he kept getting second place for about 4 years afterwards.
was the karma.
Yeah, that was the karma.
Yeah.
What is it? 19 second places in
Yeah.
Moto 2? That's freaking wild, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, what a
what a
we said
chooch.
a stupid move. Like,
Yeah.
it was never going to happen. It was in a big group of riders. It was only a couple laps in, wasn't it?
Yeah.
First lap, I think.
Yeah.
I think it was the first lap.
Like,
Arbolino as well. He just getting
know.
hit from pillar to post.
But that was just, you could see it coming from a mile away.
And
It was-
Arbolino
it
would
was
have
like
had a good race. He would have had a really
it
good
looked
race.
like he was on.
It was like a PlayStation move. You know when you just completely just fluff your lines?
it was.
And you take out 4 riders? That's what it
the
was.
last lap,
To their
last corner
credit.
to try win the race.
To their credit, that incident doesn't happen nearly as much as what it probably should. Like, out of control in the first lap.
Nah,
Yeah,
you're
I know,
not
but-
wrong.
I know they're professionals. That's a super tough section of that track, though. It's that fast left-hander into
But
high,
that's
heavy
what I
braking.
mean. Like, and no one was
No.
trying to make the move the way he made that move.
No, he's a fucking
He
chooch.
tried to
He's a
come
chooch.
right in through that corner, like, and then sort of drift out wide to cut back in. It was never going to work.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, it just made absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. Surely, Ducati are thinking, what have we done? They've got to be.
He comes out and dominates Australia.
He's another yo-yo.
I wouldn't call that domination. What is
Yeah,
it
fair
in
call.
Australia?
He's another yo-yo. To a degree. He's probably more
He'll be like an
yo
Alex
than
Marquez.
yo.
He'll do what Alex Marquez is doing on a Ducati. I reckon that's
like 10th, 11th.
yeah.
Well, so one of you guys said Ogura will pump him next year in the championship.
I didn't say that, but it's a good shout.
Or
as you
someone
would say.
said it, and whoever
hope
did,
so.
I reckon they're on the money because
So who's the rookies next year? Those two.
Chantra?
Those three.
Chantra's bottom 17 for me.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
He's just a token, man. He's token. Token Asian. Legitimate token
that's what
Asian.
it is, but
Yeah,
hey, credit to him, but he was crook as a dog, and he put that bike in fourth. That was a fucking
Yeah, he
brilliant
was a
race.
rock star over there. I got nothing against him, but there's better riders for that bike.
Yeah, 100%.
And I don't think that's
But
been a
it's-
wild thing to say.
No, it's not a wild thing to say, but like you said, it is literally because he's on Honda Team Asia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly why he's got that right, and that's why Taka was in there for so long.
Yeah. Ogura is so smart for not. He goes to Boscoscuro.
Credit to him.
Puts his
Yeah,
balls on the
yeah.
line for that,
Yep.
and then says, "No, I'm not. I don't want to." And Honda Team Asia brought him up through the young ranks, so it would have been hard to break that. You know, the Japanese and their loyalty, and Truba,
Airline pilots and shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
airline pilots, yeah. But then to go to Trackhouse, you know, like
He must have some super self-confidence.
I just don't think he's stupid.
Yeah. But you have to have confidence to do that. Like,
Yeah,
that's
you
right.
back
That's
yourself.
it's a
Yeah.
big decision.
You
to
back
make.
yourself.
And like LCR, like they're just going to take any old Asian rider because they're just going to want to get onto
Itty-bitty
the
money.
Well, that's
yeah,
right.
they just want to get onto the grid.
Otherwise, he'll have one bike again, Cecchinello,
Yeah, yeah.
like he did
But
for
he
a while
can't,
with
he can't
Crutchlow.
afford, to have the two bikes run. So, which privateer teams you got to understand
Yeah,
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 100%.
100%. It's just doesn't matter anyway. The bike's fucking nowhere. So if the bike was really good and you know you had one guy coming, you know, top 5 every weekend and the other guy bottom 5 would be more of an issue.
Yeah, not the case though, unfortunately. Tough weekend for Senna.
Yeah, super tough. Fall from grace, poor Senna. But he said it in the press conference or they interviewed him. He goes, I'm so disappointed in myself. I think it might have been that I bought him too many drinks on the Sunday night, but that's all right. My fault.
Yeah, you'll cop a
that one.
message. You'll cop a
I'll
message.
go message. But yeah, super disappointing. But it does happen a lot to these young riders. They have success and then the next
Yeah,
He
of
hasn't
course.
really crashed that much though during races this year. Is that his
No.
first or second one?
Yeah, it's not.
There hasn't been many.
Because he crashed in Sachsenring. Or was that Ralston he crashed? Maybe. Yeah,
Ralston,
true.
I think, crashed. I
Yeah.
think Senna's tyres dropped off.
Yeah.
That's
Sachsen
right.
thing.
That's right. That's
It
right.
dropped to, I think, 10th or 11th.
All right, we'll give us the Moto 3 results then, Daniele.
Moto 3, David Alonso, Luca Lunetta, and Colin Via were your top 3. Ivan Ortola, Taio Furusato, David Munoz, Joel Kelso, Scotty Ogden, Stefano Neppa, and Tatsuki Suzuki round out the top 10.
On your Scotty Ogden.
Yeah,
That's a
shout
Republica
out.
effect
Yeah,
right
it
there.
is a Republica effect top
What
10.
a guy.
So I wanted to ask you guys, is Furusato obviously went over the line without him on the bike. Did they take the bike as the first over the line or was his
Nah,
body?
It's both. I don't think it counts if it's both.
okay.
I talked
Go.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I saw his name dropping down the...
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I'm
timing
thinking, oh,
sheets.
fuck, is he... If you have to be on your bike to go
Standard
over...
FIM, not knowing what's
So-
going on, but
So they got to cross. They got to cross at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Soon
But
as
I get what
both
you're saying.
cross is
Both
when
have
they
to
say-
cross,
yeah.
yeah.
And they did cross at the same time, but
I was
like
lucky there was enough room where he only dropped out to 5th.
neck held up, which is nice.
Yeah, unusual. But yeah, like who was second going to the last
Ortola.
corner? Yeah,
Ortola.
fuck, he fucked that up. He
He had it. He had
had it.
second
He-
home.
I know.
Yeah, he was home and hose. He's
And just
just sparks
and
flying off
just
his boot and everything.
Oh, I know. He completely muffed that. He probably thought he was so much more pressure of a mine there wasn't. So poor bastard.
Oh, there was a bit
There
of
was a bit
pressure.
going on.
But
They
there
had,
would have
they,
been.
they had a bike. He had a bike length on them though. I didn't think they would have gone up the. Oh, they probably would have gone up the inside.
They would have had a
but-
crack.
Yeah.
Good racing, but
Good on Luca Lunetta as well. That
Yeah,
after,
best finish.
after partying with us.
Yeah,
There's another
yeah,
Republica
Luca.
effect T-Shav.
And Colin Via not apologising at all in the post race interview about hitting
I like Colin Vine's
Yeah,
style
he's
though.
awesome.
He just
man.
looks behind him and goes,
Yeah.
other Japanese.
He's still got the 5th.
Come and gone.
But yeah, it was a bit weak. bit weak.
You just touch them and they go flying.
Yeah. DE, bro.
Alonso clinical again.
I know we talk about it like, yeah. What more else do
What
you
do you
say?
say?
You know he speaks like 5 languages. Isn't that crazy?
12 wins,
Yep.
5 on the trot.
5 first person to do 5 on a trot.
and most in the class.
And did you notice something about that podium? Moto 3?
No Spanish.
No Spanish. Which is when's the last time that's happened?
Geez, that long time.
You know, even though it's a token.
There was one point
Oh,
there.
there would have been one earlier this year, I reckon.
There was one
Maybe.
point there where it was the top 3 riders in GP, Moto 2, Moto 3 were all Spanish. I reckon there's been races that's happened before.
Of course.
I reckon like the late especially when Stoner was like up there but not there at the same time.
Yeah.
Like 09, 10, type
Lorenzo.
of,
Oh,
11,
Yeah.
11, 12 when Rossi was nowhere on the Ducati.
And then even after he left, it would have been Lorenzo, Pedrosa, Mark. How many times?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You would have Amir coming up as well.
Yeah.
The rookie categories.
I know, fuck. It's crazy.
But
It's nuts.
But yeah, unusual sort of Joel Calso
Had a technical.
stiff.
Yeah.
Congrats on the first pole, but
Yeah,
awesome.
had that watch. Good on him, man. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's awesome. So they all get a watch, every pole sitter from the
Yeah.
top.
yep.
That's cool. Like that. Tiso.
Bloody oath, man. That's so nice.
Not as good as the Grip Auto, but
Yep,
much
correct.
nicer.
Correct.
And well priced.
Yep. Beautiful.
Love that. Actually, just to revert back to GP, Pecco is now the got the most poles for Ducati.
Yeah,
with
okay.
22,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
which is wild.
And and it's funny. I don't think of like Bagnaia as like a one lap specialist either.
Probably the last 2 years, Martin's given him a bit of a run, but prior to that, he was
pretty good.
pretty good.
Martin's always been good in the whole lap, but remember Moto 3 used to be pole every week. But yeah, Alonso, I love him. He's awesome. I love all his little celebrations. He had that little card. He signed it for his 12th win. He's got personality.
Absolutely does.
He's going to draw a massive fan base. He's not Spanish, even though he's kind of Spanish.
He'll get fans from both the Spanish
Yeah.
and the Colombian.
Yeah, he just looks like to be a star. He seems so humble and nice as well. And he's just, as you said, the most clinical, ice-cold Moto 3 rider I've ever seen, and that's saying something.
Yeah, never seen anything like it.
No.
12 wins. There's only been 18 races. He's won 12 of them.
And like in the last 2 races, just convincingly.
But he just gets to the front with 3 laps to go. We made a clip of it the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he just lets them battle.
It's just, I don't know how you stop him other than beating him up. But then you can't get close enough to beat him up.
That's right.
You know?
He picks his corner perfectly.
I know. It's nuts. He's
It's like he's almost thinking 2 or 3 corners.
yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean? He's lining them up, going, all right, they're going to fight here. That's an overtaking spot here. I'll just.
Man, GP in 4 years is just going to be insane, isn't it?
It's going to be electric.
You're going to have like a Costa settled in, David Alonso coming up.
Well, I
might
think,
not even 3, it might be 2, 3 years.
I think Marquez has maybe taken David Alonso a little bit under his wing, and like, Jesus, like that's just
He's the man to
scary,
learn
isn't
from,
it?
right?
100%. How scary is that? I think there's been posts of the Marquez brothers, Pedro and David Alonso. That's
It's
like
a pretty cool camp
that's
to be a
lethal.
part of.
Yeah, that's lethal. Isn't it?
yeah, that's fucking
That's
lethal.
lethal.
Yeah, if Mark does something similar to like what Valentino's doing, and even like Colin Edwards with the ranch overseas in America, mate.
The Spanish don't even
that's
need
game.
it.
They don't need it,
I know.
but imagine someone like of his stature to put back in like that.
I wonder
would
if
be
he will.
Brilliant.
I don't.
Well, I mean, he's doing a
can't
little
see-
bit at
He
the
is.
moment.
He is. He
I
is.
think you'd be surprised. I think he might.
It's cool. It is
guys
cool
like
to
that
see.
can't get away from racing.
Yeah, they're just another
They're
level.
just different level.
That'd
And
be
I
interesting.
really think he will. I think he will go down that path for sure. Because why start it now?
I know.
Why?
If he's got David Alonso under his wing, it's just, I don't know. I'm so excited for him on a Moto 2 bike.
Me too.
Because
That's
if he goes out, and I'm not going to say he's going to dominate the championship or win the championship, but if he's winning races, watch out. That's it. That's it. You're all done.
It'll be surprising too, because we wouldn't have had to wait as long as we normally do to get that. We've had a Costa come through in the last few years. Now we're going to have this kid come through as well.
I know, true.
So normally you're having a much bigger gap.
Comes the next rivalry.
Oh,
Yeah. Is the gap bigger now between Moto 3 and Moto 2 than it used to be, though? Like the 600s, they run Honda 600s.
Yeah,
don't
Honda
they?
600s.
I
They
think
were barges, those things.
Moto 2 is harder, it seems like, to get
They're fast, man.
just
They're
used
fast
to
bikes.
Yeah, they're-
compared to
yeah,
125s and
quicker bikes.
250s. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think it's a great class. And
It's all great.
They look amazing. I personally think they look better than GP bikes.
So do I. 100%. I think they're the best looking race bikes on the planet.
Which ones?
Yeah.
Moto
Moto
2s.
2 bikes.
Yeah.
I think like the Boscoscuros.
You know what's funny? They're still
Look
not
mint.
huge. I remember seeing Senna. You know how he's doing his celebration, and then lost it in the grass. It was like he sort of picked it up, and it didn't look huge the bikes, but when you're next to them in the pit lane, they look bigger.
Yeah, but they're still not massive.
Because
not
your
huge.
fairing, remember the fairing you got? That was like that looks big.
Oh, that's Ogura's, by the way.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is. That's pretty
fucking-
cool.
You
That's
got
cool.
a championship.
I got to get him. I'll bring it down next year. And get him to sign it.
Shout out to Eddie O'Shea. He tried with the wet tires.
Yep.
Only
Yeah.
one. Poor bastard. You should have seen. You see the state of them after the race.
You messaged him. Someone messaged
I
him.
messaged him. Yeah, he's
Had
nice
a crack.
guy. Had a crack. That's all. Hail
You know,
Mary.
what do you got to lose?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, exactly.
But you know what I was thinking to myself? I'm like, like it's his second race. Like some track time would have been good because he crashed the first at Phillip didn't he? Like,
Yeah,
just,
but I like the balls.
yeah. Ah, good on him.
I like
that's
the
it. We'll
balls.
see more of him next year. But
Yeah.
because he's with that MLAV racing team next
He's
year.
also got a
sweet.
plate and about 9 stitches on his
Bro,
hand.
he was showing me
Yeah.
that, and I was like,
Wild.
"Ugh," to go back and do that. But
Wild.
yeah, good dude.
Wild.
But yeah, I got nothing else on
That's it for me
Moto
for 2
3
wheels.
boys.
Yeah, 2 wheels. Let's move on to 4.
One last thing on 2 wheels. I got a gripe with World Superbikes.
Oh, talk to us.
That their awards ceremony was we put it up on our socials and got a lot of feedback on it. But just wear some just class it up a bit. You had Alvaro Bautista literally look like a lesbian.
Yeah.
And
With his purple hair.
he's purple. His pockets, things in his pockets, all poking out. Things.
Yeah.
They just wear, as you said, the Super Sport
The
boys.
Super Sport boys wore suits.
Yeah,
Like,
just
it's not hard.
it just looked amateur. It just looked like a local club race. And they didn't look like they wanted to be there. Like the
Right.
photos, like everyone's faces just look weird.
Yeah, it's sort of in the same category as supercars now, isn't it? The superbike.
Well, it's just not helping the case.
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
not good. It's
helping.
not a good-
professional. Look professional.
Yeah.
It's not a good look at all.
Dress for the job that you don't have.
But like the photo, everything just looked
Yeah,
it
it
was
didn't.
not
It
on
looked
par. I don't know who the fuck organised that, but they royally.
Such a good product, isn't it? The superbike. Such
Well,
a good
it could be, but
Yeah.
like everyone, it's
They're doing their best to fuck it.
yeah.
You know.
Sounds like a series we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. But it'll be interesting. Just to flip it on while we're quickly on supers, they just released a new Bimota, which looks
A what? Sorry.
fucking stunning.
A Bimota.
Yeah,
What's that?
they've taken over as, I guess, factory Kawasaki kind of.
Oh,
so
I
they've
heard
come,
about
they've
this.
come back into
Yes,
the
yes,
class.
yes,
They're running
yes.
a ZX10 engine.
Yeah.
But haven't they got? They got 2 teams, don't they? Isn't there a privateer and a
So-
factory team?
They're their own team. They've
Yeah.
taken over KRT.
Yep.
So Lowe's and Bassani are riding for them.
Yep.
Technically, Pacetti Racing, which Garrett Gerloff is now on, is factory Kawasaki.
Oh, okay.
It's a kind of weird.
Because they've
Yeah.
been
I
in
think
they've been in supers before, haven't they?
Yeah,
Promoter?
back in the day.
Yeah. like
So
early
they're
2000s.
they're I guess like frame and bike
Yep.
design rather than engine.
Yeah,
They all-
gotcha.
So if you see,
But they run a Kawasaki engine. But on their road bikes, do they run Kawasaki engines?
correct. So I was,
Okay,
I was
gotcha.
just about to
Makes
say
sense.
you might get one from the 80s or 90s, and it's called a YB3.
Yep.
It's a Yamaha.
Yeah,
There's a
gotcha.
HB2, Honda, whatever. But yeah, so that looked absolutely stunning. Looked like a GP bike.
Yeah, cool. Nice.
lights
That's,
on it,
that's
so-
exciting.
That's exciting. And Scott Redding's moved across back to Ducati with Bonovo,
Okay.
which is a bit of a contractual thing there because he was meant to stay
Talk
with.
about this. I saw this. So,
yeah, so
he
he's-
rocked up to testing and they weren't letting him test the bike? Or?
Correct, because he's
Yeah.
still technically with BMW.
Yeah, okay.
So it
Just
wasn't.
let him ride it.
But it was the same with Rossi and Honda,
yeah,
right?
that's rude as man. Yeah.
So that's there's a bit going on there because Bonovo were going to pull out completely with the 2 Beamers.
Yep.
Now they're staying with the V4R. But yeah, there's a whole lot of shit going on with Scott and that side of the contractual things. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see him back on a V4R.
Yeah, that's exciting.
And hopefully Iannone, we didn't speak about it. Seems to be the pick. to
Have we
come
got
back.
any news, like solid
it's,
news?
It's all rumours still, but everywhere I've looked, they're saying out of strong sources in Europe.
Okay.
So
You know, the maniac.
it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Is it a ploy to sabotage Martin? Get close to him and take
Imagine
him
if he
out.
takes him out. Oh
No,
my
my
god.
God.
There'll be riots.
if anyone's going to do it, but
be the maniac.
But he's that fucking stupid. He'll take out Pecco.
Will he?
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, he used to take out his teammate for fun.
That's what I mean.
Durr. How do you say "durr" in Italian?
They're the same.
Oh, okay. Good.
He won't get close to Martin, though. No way. He won't get near him in a race.
No, he won't. But I'm excited if he's actually going to be the one to take that seat for the
20
last
laps
2
in.
races.
Imagine he comes out and beats Bez in a race or something. Fuck, that would be.
Oh,
fucking
fuck. It's not
hilarious.
hard, bro. He's
I
going
was
to stay
gonna
on the
say,
bike.
It's not hard at the moment.
Yeah, fuck. Forward watch, actually.
But yeah, that's me for 2 wheels.
That's a good call.
Yeah. All right, boys. F1.
Back. I felt like we haven't spoken about F1 in
Well, we did miss the.
Austria.
Austin.
Austin. I'm sorry. I'm a bit tired today.
So yeah,
Up
we're not going
early.
to fill in. We're not really going to fill in about Austin. I'm sure everyone's over that by now. But F1 last night, early this morning, very unusual time. It started at 7 a.m. this morning, so we all struggled to watch all of it.
I watched it on driving on Warrigal Road, trying to not hit cars. I placed my phone on on my dash.
Yeah.
Got into almost about 4 accidents watching the race.
I
But
got
we
the
got
autonomous
there.
braking on the thingy of you, right?
Yeah. So it's saving.
I
I
it.
watched
watched-
quad lock, bro.
Yeah, true. I know.
I watched the first 40 laps at home and then the last 30 laps at work.
Yeah,
I did
nice.
fuck all with my coffee and then I just sat and watched it. But
Oh, fair enough.
yeah,
Fuck.
jeez, seriously, we nowhere without me anyway. But yeah, ripper race, great little race. Daniel will give us the results, obviously.
Carlos Sainz, Lando Norris, and Charles Leclerc were your top 3. Lewis Hamilton, George Russell, Max Verstappen, Kevin Magnussen, Oscar Piastri, Nico Hulkenberg, and Pierre Gasly were your top 10.
Gasly,
As Ferrari back to back.
man, unbelievable. And Sainz dominated that race.
Yeah, he did.
Dominated that race. He came out, lost the lead at the start, and put a beautiful move up the inside of Max, and then Max just went full defensive mode with Norris, which
Give us our other end. Other end of Dick of the Week.
oh yeah, the other
Double
end of the
end.
double dildo dick of the week, 5 Ds. Yeah, Max Verstappen. I can't believe I'm saying it.
Yeah.
I
That's
I'm-
I reckon that'd be a first.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
is
yeah.
a first. He went too far this time, unfortunately, with Lando. And look, Lando's the biggest puss in the paddock. We know that. But
Bigger than George Russell.
you can't just throw it up the inside and just not make the corner at all. And the second one was the problem for me. The first one's hard racing. Probably didn't deserve a 10-second, but because the second one came around and just fucked the brace for both of them, to be honest, because Max getting a 20-second penalty and then Norris getting behind both Ferraris, he didn't stand a chance to get it back up there. So, yeah, 2 ridiculous sort of moves, but yeah, what are your thoughts on it, boys?
Yeah, no, it was too much. Like, I love hard racing as
Yeah.
well, but you know, when you're not nowhere near making the corner again,
Yeah.
like you gotta take the L, and it just shows.
It fucks his championship as well.
I was gonna
Closes
say,
it again.
It shows the pressure because
Yeah.
he obviously knows that like it's all coming to a head, and who knows what's going to happen. But it
Ferrari
just
in
shows
the
the
box
pressure.
seat for constructors as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're looking real good, aren't they?
Looking really good.
Which came out. I felt like that's just come out of nowhere.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, they're just. It's like the flyaways, I suppose. They're good
Yeah.
at the flyaway races. Like Australia, they did really well, and they came to the States. They've done
Yeah,
really
true.
well.
That's a great point.
But
and
seems they're getting their shit together though, Ferrari.
Yeah, and Haas top
Yeah.
10, both. So that
Pound for pound, you were saying.
pound for pound, they are, as we said in the pod a couple of weeks ago, 200 employees versus Mercedes 1,200.
Yeah, they're so impressive,
ball
man.
game.
It's so impressive.
So, but I was interested to see what your thoughts, boys, were on the clash between Max and Norris, because we have had this sort of with hard racing in the past, but I think it was just that too far. this time.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Is Max of old? Really?
It was, yeah,
Yeah.
Max.
You know,
And I was having
early
this.
days.
I was having this conversation with a mate from work today, Alf, massive Lewis fan, and I said, "Oh, I think he went a bit far this time, Alf." He goes, "He's always gone too far. It's just because you hated Lewis. You never thought it was too far." I said, "Yeah, everyone hates Lewis, but
Any particular reason why?
I don't know, can't say it."
I'll say it, the fucking pride flag.
Yeah,
Pride flag.
I thought you were going down a different road there. I was like, oh,
well,
maybe,
it could work on both those things.
Stop pushing politics in the sport. Actually, no, the real reason is
Yeah.
stop pushing politics in the sport.
It had nothing to do with the
I don't-
color of his
yeah,
skin.
I
It's,
don't
it's,
give a-
we don't want that shit.
I don't care
Yeah.
what you are. Just don't make me.
Yeah.
You don't need. Just don't need it in sport.
Don't
Sport's an
force feed it.
escape. It's
It's escape. Yeah, 100%. Great call.
Pisses me off.
But yeah, too far, and yeah, it's cost him points. He would have finished 4th comfortably, even maybe 3rd. Who would have known? But he's finished 6th. Gap's close to 47 points.
How many races left?
I'm gonna say 4 or
still 4.
5 races to go, but a couple of sprint races as well, Daniel. So you got more points on offer. So yeah,
Which is handy for Lando.
yeah, and Max did incredible in qualifying. To put it second was amazing, but yeah, just didn't have the race pace and just went too desperate. So
Yeah, like I don't mind watching it. It's always good. I think it's entertaining.
it's so entertaining.
And I still don't mind that you kind of did it this round. If it happens like 2 or 3 rounds in a row, then it's a real issue. But
Well, the thing is with Austin, there was big controversies about everyone was running wide and gaining positions. Like, and Martin Brundle, to his credit, was saying this on the telecast that the pack's so tight now, and they're playing for such big money. Like, you got 3 teams now. You got Red Bull,
so exciting.
Mercedes. No, sorry, 4 teams, and they're all vying for this constructors championship. And they're just doing everything they possibly can. There's no easy pass. There's no you're letting someone through. It's just gone to this, real desperate. And they got to really control the rules like this. Like, you probably look at the last 5 or 6 rule changes have all because of Max. Him going off, him gaining advantage, him moving under braking, him doing this, him doing that. All these last rule changes are because of him. And there might be another one, but because of what's happened on the weekend.
Yeah.
So I personally think he should have not got 20-second penalty. I think it should have been a drive-through penalty.
Okay.
It would have released Lando. All fairness, he deserved that. Would have been a similar time loss, and then you move on
That's
from there.
fair enough.
Yeah. That's my opinion, obviously.
That's a good point. What happened to Oscar in qualifying?
Oh,
17th?
he just fucked up.
Oh, was it just a fuck
He
up?
just fucked up. Yeah, I
right.
just fucked up, Daryl. He just fucked up. So, unfortunately, he was out in Q1 with Perez, just nowhere.
What's
home
going on
track.
with Perez? He's nowhere.
Just a
and,
nightmare.
then he had an absolute
But
stinker of a
all
race.
nightmare weekend for Red Bull, all
Inflicted.
inflicted. You got to remember Perez out in Q1. Max fucked
Yeah.
up just with
The
Norris.
car's obviously not there though.
Well, then obviously, and then Perez had that incident as well with Lawson and Stroll as well coming through the pack. So,
Is he losing his seat?
I thought it was going to be announced today, to be honest, but there's
Nothing's come up. I'm
Yeah.
just refreshing here and nothing said.
Yeah, so who knows? He doesn't deserve the seat. I mean,
Liam Lawson?
Liam Lawson showing some real talent, yeah, but I reckon they need a big drive. They need a big driver.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Don't say it.
Don't say it.
Don't say it. Well, it's going to be one of the McLaren boys. I reckon it's going to be in that second
Oh,
seat.
okay. Not that then.
Oh, what
Everyone keeps saying Sonoda.
No.
And I keep hearing Sonoda.
Oh my God, they had a big thing. Sonoda finished 3rd in practice. Go fuck yourself. Who
He
gives
didn't
a
make
fuck?
it to the first corner. Dude is nowhere.
Man, that would going back to Leclerc and the Ferraris, that would have been a massive shunt. That when Norris passed him, he lost it going on the outside. Fuck, that was a huge save, massive. And that would have been a plane crash, So I truly believe Verstappen cost Norris that win. Norris would have won the race.
Yeah, okay.
He was catching signs at a massive rate
At the end,
and he was stuck behind Max for a long time. So 20 laps or so. So
Jesus, yeah, that's a
way
good
too
call.
long.
It's a good call.
and Sainz, first driver in 12 races to win from pole. How's that for a stat,
Far
Jimmy
out,
boy?
that's insane.
Yeah.
The last 12 races, the last 11 races, no one's won from pole.
Shit.
That's the first. That's the
crazy.
longest it's ever been in Formula One history, going back to, the 50s.
Another thing I liked is Colapinto.
Yeah.
He's driving really well.
Yeah, he's also got good personality.
Yeah, okay.
And he's ruffling a few feathers in that paddock because all the seats are pretty much all tied
He doesn't
up.
have a drive though, does he?
He doesn't, no. No, and they're saying Albon's just collapsed after he's come in. Albon's done absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And it happened at Red Bull when Albon went to Red Bull, a faster driver, he just can't handle, obviously. So that's going to be interesting going into next season. Obviously, Williams going to have Sainz come along, and they're either going to have Albon or Colapinto. You'd probably pick Albon because you have to, but
Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't.
Yeah.
can
That's
they
right.
keep him? Can they keep Colapinto? There's talk that another team wants him, but who knows? RB apparently if I put a contract for him.
Get rid of
Yeah, well,
Sonoda.
Yeah.
Had enough of him.
Well, Perez has to be gone. They're going to move one of those kids up. There'll be a seat
Free
there.
spot.
And you probably rather a Colapinto than Daniel Ricciardo, unfortunately.
It's bloody exciting though, F1, because you just how do you pick it?
You don't know what's going to happen.
It's like too exciting. It's like too much. It's like too much to handle. Like I watch it qualifying, I'm like, oh fuck, 8 people could get pole. It's just too much.
Overload.
It's overload.
He's dribbling in the corner.
I hate when there's both 2 races. I hate when there's F1 and MotoGP on.
It's a lot.
It's too much.
Too much.
Too much
7
to
a.m.
handle.
was just the worst time this morning.
Oh,
trying to
I
fucking
know.
drive to work watching it.
I know. I'd rather 3 a.m. and then just watch it at 6. You know.
Yeah, 100%.
But that's going to be like Brazil this weekend because it would be
Yeah.
in the middle of the night, or maybe 5 a.m. or something.
That's all right.
As my famous story in 2012 at school is when I went home from the pub or the club and watched it. So
Almost got arrested.
yeah, they thought lucky I wasn't Maori. They would have been fucking thrown in the cage.
Playing on the Maori keyboard.
Nah, not back then.
Pogies.
Nah. My voice is hanging on by threads. Jimmy, hot takes, mate. Bring it up.
Take it home.
Yeah, take it home, baby.
Let's go. I haven't highlighted any of them, unfortunately, so it's going to be a little bit longer. You right there?
Yeah. 2 weeks in a row, I've fucked up the pod. Seriously.
At heart_Melbourne. Put some good ones in this fella. If the rear ride height device was scrapped at the start of the season, Marc Marquez would be fighting for the world title, which I actually think.
Is that the difference though between 23 and 24?
Well, I don't know.
I thought it was more front end, wasn't it?
Nah, the traction that
Yeah, it did-
GP24
yeah, it hooks
gets
up a lot
out.
better.
Yeah, you did
Holy
see that.
shit.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
noticeable. Would I be, I don't know if you'd be closer. I would say it'd be closer. But
on
he
the-
still made a lot of mistakes,
Who's on the
Marquez.
24 bike next year?
Morbidelli,
Mortadella.
Marquez, and
Alex
Alex Marquez and Fermin.
Fermin.
Yeah, okay, none of them are going to do anything.
No.
That's the 3 worst riders. Like I was going to say, they don't have
They're
a
all-
chance. They'll have a chance at Thailand next year.
They're all yo-yos.
Yeah.
Except for maybe Mortadella.
Morbidelli for the win, Thailand next year. Round 1.
Nah.
Come on, clip that, Curdy. Sexy boy.
At Cody_Baxter Music. Martin's career is over because he's joined Aprilia in desperation to be on a factory team.
I don't think his career's over, but I think it was a bit of a. I don't say it's desperation. I think he had no other option.
I think since they've made that call with Martin signing him, Aprilia's gone downhill. And I hoped and pray that they're working on next year's bike, and that's why. But we'll see.
Yeah. Nice.
But their riders are shit, James. Like, they got shit riders.
yeah.
And like Espargaro's, he's expired. Fraud Watch, he's gone.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
And then you got Raul,
It's so hard
Raul
to tell.
Fernandez and our pod fave Lorenzo Salvadori, who's a test rider. You can't expect much from him.
Nah.
So they've had a shocker this year. Have they won a race?
Yeah.
Freaking Batmav.
Oh, fuck.
Coda.
Yeah,
That's when
fuck.
everyone
That's
was
when
sucking
we
his...
jumped back on him. But
Yeah.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I picked him the next week to win.
Yeah. I think
And James was like this, he fucking laps his hands around.
No, didn't he? He had gearbox issues the next week, but
Yeah, that's probably
he was
why.
on for the win.
That's what it is. Gearbox issues, 18 rounds in a row. Fucking gearbox issues.
Full tank, but still can't do anything on the sprint. We played the full tank.
Give him the lighter tank. He's good.
He's gonna be the death of me, Maverick Vinales. I'm gonna like have a
James, we're going to get letters, bro. We're going to get letters again, for fuck's sake.
again. He's gonna be writing my name in his blood. Our boy at Steve Brayshaw. Lots of special livery helmets in MotoGP lately. What's your favourite of all time?
I think a Rossi. The face Rossi would be my favourite.
Shit answer. Such a nothing answer.
It's the easiest one to pick.
I hate special livery shit anyway. So
You know what mine is? It is. I'm gonna throw left field this one. 2005 Laguna Seca. Colin Edwards' yellow Arai. That is my
That's
favorite.
a hot helmet.
now, James, you put that down. Daniel, please one up that.
Oh fuck! I got to one up that. That's a tough one. man.
1987.
I pulled that out of my
Yeah.
ass. All that helmet.
That's right. Shit. There's been a lot. There's been a lot of good ones. You know what I didn't mind is Pecco's Gene Simmons one.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
that was Magello.
Pretty, yeah, that was pretty good actually.
I remember that one.
That was pretty good.
That's
I
when he
didn't
was in the
mind that at
crowd like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, playing the guitar upside down probably.
Yeah.
3 point
Not,
dunk.
not,
You
not
should've
the
said
3
something
point
to
dunk.
him.
Not the 3
3
point
I
helmet.
should have gone like this to him. Oh, fuck, that would have
He'd
been
have gone like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, a recent one, Martine's Antisocial Social Club.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
a big fan of
Because
that.
of the collaboration.
I
that
like the
was-
Venom helmet on the weekend. I was saying that to the boys before the pod.
Yeah.
That did look good.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Actually, Quadraro's 2 Le Mans one,
Yeah.
both of them, last year and this year, they've been on point. They've been really, really good.
Yeah. Would that Venom helmet come for sale?
HJC do a Venom. They did it in the Rafa 11. I think they're doing it in Rafa 12.
I think so. Yeah, they are. They are.
They did an anti-Venom in their full-fledged race helmet. They did a Toxin, which is another part. I think it is part of that
You don't
Venom
want it too main.
series.
You don't want it too mainstream, but
Yeah, but everyone buys them. They sell out instantly.
Yeah.
They do look good.
because that
They look
fellow that fellow Shandog he'd be buy something like that, wouldn't he?
Who the fuck is that?
Curtis's friend, the MSR guy,
Oh,
Shandog.
the fat one.
Yeah. Yeah, he'd buy something like that and it'll just wreck it for everyone. You know what I mean? Just wreck it. You couldn't fucking wear that.
Melbourne,
The worst.
Melbourne riding scene.
Yeah,
ruining
as soon as
everything.
one of those guys buy that, I'm not buying it.
Yeah, they're so fucking gay. we
Sorry, Curtis.
we hang out with the food sport boys at Mahaffey and,
Yeah.
Ramage.
The real riders.
The real
riders.
boys. The real
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah.
Not the fucking... Get us on the Avales as well, Wayne Maxwell. Cheers, mop.
I picked him up on Saturday night.
You did. You picked a few people.
Picked him up.
it was
I had him
having a
cradled him like a baby. He was fucking cheesy as well, actually.
Good old Max Wainwell.
He was a bit cheesy. He wasn't as cheesy as Sunday night.
You've broken him. He's done.
Brian took every pitch trying to get that out.
It's the grunt that got you, wasn't it, Shane?
I got nothing left. It's gone. It's completely gone.
Have you still got cartilage in your knees after that?
That dance
You're
one
gonna
fucked
need-
my knee. Remember?
You're going to need a knee reco, bro.
Oh, I
I'm
didn't
telling
do
you. Oh, you've got
a
a
hernia.
Yeah, done a hernia.
Oh, fucking hell.
Pretty cheesy.
He's fogging up. He's fogging up. Yeah.
Bro, my heart hurts. My heart hurts from laugh. I can't laugh like that, man. That's dangerous.
Oh, far out.
He's done. He's done.
You might have to continue this for us, Daniel.
Okay. At CMAC993, met you lads at the island. Really appreciate you taking the time to have a chat with us.
Oh, that's nice.
It was really nice speaking to everyone.
Was that one of my minions from Sunday night, was it?
Nah.
Bro.
This guy doesn't look Filipino.
I love those guys. They're the best.
Yeah, it was really nice chatting to everyone.
Oh, but
Yeah,
that was the best part. Like,
Yeah,
it was
it
just so
was.
nice meeting everyone.
Yeah.
And everyone's like-minded. That's the most amazing thing about MotoGP is everyone's there and they love bikes. God.
Or cheeseburgers.
Or cheesies, yeah. Fuck, that was a beautiful opening before, literally.
Bro, you say comedy is timing? That was fucking
It
timing.
was funny. Keep going, bro. People at home are like, what the fuck's going on?
He'll be happy with himself tonight.
Yeah, we'll be.
At Lachlan Dixon 91, Somkiat Chancho will get lapped by the Ducatis on more than one occasion next year.
Oh, that's stiff.
That's stiff.
To get lapped, you'd have to be an absolute dud.
When's the last time someone's got lapped legitimately from a race? Like, on pace, not crash.
Well, it would be a Honda. You know what? I
I don't think it's happened in the modern fucking era.
No,
but
it wouldn't be for a long time.
I don't even think Melandri got lapped back in that Ducati days.
we got Silvan Cantoli on the Pramac Ducati.
Okay.
He's even further back again. You know what? There was actually, when we watched 21 of the Ducati Stoner eras, I think Stoner got him. I remember we were watching
Yeah,
him.
we're watching it. We couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
I
and
didn't
he-
understand it when I was watching. I'm like, James, how is they teammates and they're
No, they weren't.
they're on the
teammates.
same bike.
Yeah.
They're on the same bike and they're getting someone's getting lapped and one's winning.
Think about how fast you have to be to lap another world Grand Prix
yeah.
rider around Phillip Island. Like, that's just a
Crazy.
power move. That's what that is. Do you think Yamaha and Quadraro will ever get back to the front of the pack at Paulie Ossa?
Yeah, I think so.
It's looking more and more likely each
Yeah.
round, to be honest.
Who's going to get back first, Yamaha or Honda?
Yamaha.
They're making more inroads.
I think we all agree on
And
that.
they're going to a V4 as well. By
They're
the looks
going to
of
go
it.
to a V4.
Yeah.
They've got a better lineup. I think they'll make it work.
At Willie_Nels, Phillip Island needs a festival-style campgrounds, priced well, town for teams, track more for fans. Which I think is kind of cool. If you had like a big kind of festival type of pop-up little mini city, it'd be fucking expensive to do all that. But
Plenty of room though.
there's plenty
There's
of room.
plenty of space for it.
Yeah, they've done those type
Oh,
of
so they're
festivals
saying
there.
they're gonna camp.
Tomorrowland-esque.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
camp in the town rather than camping at the track. Is that what he's saying?
No, camp at the track and town is for the riders and the
Yeah,
teams.
but you build like a big mini, have stages, like
Yeah.
a big,
Yeah, okay.
whole thing.
Yeah,
That's a
good
cool
call.
idea. I like that. There's a lot about fucking.
They
Jorge
need to
Martin.
have live music and stuff down there, and become like more of a party sort
Or
of
like
atmosphere.
a live podcast or something.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe. Renita will be doing it, but
No comment.
she'll get in before us and get in their ear. Nah, don't worry about them. Get me. I heard about it.
No comment.
Jim.
Hang on, this guy. Okay, here we go. Also, at Tom Fellow, good friend of the pod, I have the hottest of hot takes for the next MotoGP pod. So hot, you'll need a side of yogurt and a glass of milk. Bulliger wants more testing time to race a MotoGP bike, so Ducati let Iannone race. Iannone takes out Pecco and fucks Gigi's master plan. Martin wins the title. Ducati threaten Go 11 to fire Iannone. They don't. Ducati fire Go 11 and they go to BMW to be the number 2 BMW team. Hot fucking take.
Wow, that's
twisted. That's twisted. You know,
We just touched on it before that he'd probably take Pecco or Martin.
we
out.
did, but I like I like his thinking.
That's actually like the definition of a hot take, but
Yeah.
that's exactly what we want to hear.
Yeah, that
because
was
he's been
good.
thinking of that at home for weeks.
Yeah.
He's been thinking
That's
about it.
just stewing in there.
Yeah, it's Stewie. It's just stewing in there, and he's like, he wants to talk about
Neighbour.
it.
Yeah. Tom Fellow as well. Great pod. Can you please make sure Kyle Webster calls me to get him on a podcast, please? I know you'll be listening. Thank you.
Big MotoGP fan.
Yep. Yep. Your next hot take wasn't that great, but Fermin to do Fermin things and win every Moto2 race left this year. This was before. This was before.
2 out of 3 ain't bad, but 66%.
Charlie and the Jets, burning question. For some reason, the volume of the podcast is low. Just turn up your volume.
Yeah. Check your speakers or your headphones.
At It's Cold Papa, Argentina is in fact the most forgettable track.
Yeah, I agree. I hate that track.
Nah,
Boring
that's-
as
that's
fuck.
a
It's a
shit
good track,
call.
man.
Too
No, I don't
wide.
like that.
Too
That's
wide.
a bad call.
No soul.
Nah, it's a good track,
Except
man.
Marquez knocking off Rossi in 2014.
Nah, he knocked
later.
it off in like 16.
Yeah, okay.
It was a bit later, 17.
But I can't remember another incident. To be
Jack
honest.
Miller starting on the front of the.
Oh, that
grid.
was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, that was.
That's
FIM.
FIM.
That's FIM, not Dorna. FIM.
FIM.
Fran.
Cheska. Guinotti.
Da_Honch. Will Morbidelli ever shine again?
Yeah, round 1 next year. He's going to win.
And that's it.
Yep.
So even
That's
that-
not shining.
That's not
That's just
shining.
winning a race.
Yeah.
Fraud watch still.
Yeah. Otherwise, Maverick Vinales will shine forever.
He's shown like snippets this year, but then fucks it.
Yeah.
Snippets. Has he had a podium?
Yeah, sprint podium, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
He had a sprint
Silverstone
podium. That
or
was about
something?
it.
Nah, he's cooked, man. He's done. I think mentality is done mentally.
I don't know. I don't think he'll shine again, but I don't think he'll fall off the face of the earth and be
Nah.
a back marker. I think he'll just be
Superbucks.
similar to what Alex Marquez is doing.
Yeah.
That
Shame.
mid-pack sort of.
It's a shame. But he's on, with the best fucking bike on the grid. There's no excuses
and
now.
Look at his fucking teammate.
Yeah, exactly right. He's leading the title. I just had it. Pecco deserves, Nikki D3604, Pecco deserves a title more than Martin. 8 wins in a season. So it's 9 now. 9 wins in a season should be a title.
They both deserve it.
It's interesting, but it's just a different, MotoGP is different now.
It's
You
different.
just got to add in the
Right.
sprint races. It is what it is,
Yeah, 100%. But
That's fucking impressive, but
Oh yeah, but they both deserve the championship. There's not one that deserves it more than the other. I reckon they both deserve it this year. That's why it's such a good championship.
This is a shit one, but I want to read it anyway. Ranjan Rao 97. If Mark had won in Coda, do you think he would be on top of the table? No. No, that's ridiculous. Thank you for writing in though, Ranjan.
Maybe we'll bet these beforehand. Start doing that again. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I got a bit busy today, Mop.
Making memes and stuff.
Yeah, just living the dream. At Braden Hardcastle, if you can just turn your phone off every episode, mate.
That'd be good.
At least it wasn't on. At least it was on silent.
At Braden,
Not Damo Cudlin.
Yeah, it'll go down in infamy.
Yeah.
All right, last one. Braden Hardcastle. 3 riders to retire at the end of 25. Rins, Mir, and Miller. I don't think Mir, because I'm pretty sure he signed a 2-year contract. Rins and Miller is probably a good shout.
Yeah, it's not a bad shout. Maybe Miguel.
Oh, fuck. Is he on a 1-year contract or 2?
Oh, he might be on 2.
It's a good shout, though.
Yeah, I don't mind that. But yeah, Mia, probably not.
Yeah.
Unless he keeps, launching himself into orbit.
Surely the Honda's got to do something. Make Honda great again, boys. It's our
Yeah.
motto.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, boys.
All right, thank you.
I'm cooked. Let's go get some chicken or something.
Sounds good.
See yous.